Now while getting the equation, applying Kirchhoff's voltage law, as you can see here, Kirchhoff's voltage law, the relationship between input voltage xt and loop current it is given by this. So I have told you that that is Vt, that is Yt, and that is the Wt. That is the Wt. Okay. After, take the differentiation in the both side. Okay, with respect to t. So that will be d dx t dt. That will be d square dt square L. That will be dit dt, and that will be, there will be no integration, only it, because integration and differentiation, if we take differentiation in both sides, integration will be omitted. So you can get it like that, dx dt will be that L di square dt square r di dt 1 by c it. Now you will ask me, in capacitance, why I have given here it, but I didn't give here any kind of t here. So it's about your choice. You can give it or you will not give it. Okay, it's your own choice. It's a continuous system. If you give it, that's okay. If you don't give it for simplicity, you can't give it. That's your own choice. It will not be a problem. So that is the thing. We consider three different outputs from RLC circuit in the following discussion. For each output, we derive the differential equation modeling the input of LTIC system. So we have to prove it that the system is an LTIC system. Okay. Determine the input-output representations. After that, we can understand. So in the above relationship between xt and Vt, I have told you before, that is the equation. I have already give you the relationship between xt and Vt. That means the voltage applied in the inductance. Now integrating the above equation, if you integrate this, so if you want to integrate it, you take integration out of it. So di dt will be removed. There is Vt I dt. So Vt. So this dt Vt dt, Vt dt, one L has L will be in the front line. L di, just like this, di dt, and there is another dt for the integration, and here is also Vt dt. After that, just the calculation goes forward. So you will get it is equal to, if you want to find out it here, 1 by L integration of Vt dt. Okay, now substituting the value it to 3.3 equation. Which one is the 3.3 equation? Just go above. That is the 3.3 equation that we have already find it out. So just replace the integration value of this it to that. So we want to make all the equation to a voltage equation. Here, if you just put the value, there is dv dt, go on top of that, dx dt, that will be dv dt, again the di dt, you have been find out the it here, you have been find out it here, what is it. So just put the value. So dv dt, r by l vt, r 1 by lc vt dt, and dx dt. Okay, I will explain you clearly. First of all, put the it value where the it is in that equation. If you just put here, what did you find? If you just put here, what did you find? And also here you could find 1 by LC, because there is C, 1 by LC, the integration of Vt dt. Is that correct? Yes, it is correct. If you want to find out, if you want to replace in the second part r di dt, r di dt means if it is di dt, so 1 by L will exist, Vt will exist, the integration will be removed. Now you can get r by L Vt. If you want to find out the next part, just like here, if you put there d dt of I, so integration will be removed, it is removed, and only Vt will remain. So the equation looks like that. Now in the above relationship input output, both differentiation and integration operations, the integral operation can be eliminated by calculating the derivative of both sides of the equation with respect to t. This results in the following question. Okay, what is the following question? Just with respect to t, again in both sides take the differentiation with respect to time, ddt, and there will be dt square. You will get this after differentiation. In that model, the input and output relationship between the voltage xt and output voltage across the inductor L. Okay, an LTIC system can always be modeled by a linear constant coefficient differential equation with the appropriate initial conditions. So it should have to have a initial condition up here. Relationship between xt and Wt, the output voltage Wt measured across capacitor is given by this. Then we again calculate it as follows. We can express it by that, just reverse it by differentiation, and again in 3.3 just input the same value of it there in the 3.3, we will get this. Okay, so now in that particular section we can see the equation which specifies the relationship between the input voltage xt and output voltage Wt measured across capacitor C can be further simplified integrating both sides. If you integrate both sides with respect to t, so the d cube removes, that will be dt square, d square removes, that will be dt, dt removes, that will be Wt, xt, ddt also removes from here, which is also a linear second order, square means second order, constant coefficient differential, that is constant coefficient differential equation. So that is the relationship between it and ct, xt and Wt, that means the voltage across the capacitor, and the relationship between the voltage and resistor, output voltage across the resistor using Ohm's law. That's very simple. The output Yt is given by Yt is equal to ITR, V is equal to IR, you know it better. Substituting the value It, YTR in again the 3.3 equation, so you can get the equation right, that which is also a linear second order and constant coefficient differential equation modeling relationship between the input voltage. Okay, that is the constant part, that is the linear part and second order part. Okay, so relationship between the voltage and output voltage measured across the resistor. Now the thing now proven, in all conditions you find that will be linear second order and constant coefficient. So the system is linear time invariant system. because there is a constant part.